Hello and welcome to my newest video. Today I'm going to take a quick first look at MiniWager. Or is it MiniWager? I think it's MiniWager. That's how you pronounce it correctly. Anyway, this is another Ethereum blockchain game, or rather a platform for small type of mini games. I guess that's where the mini out of the name MiniWager comes from, where you basically can win, as you can see on the screen, Ether for free, but that's not necessarily true. I guess there has to be a prize pool coming from somewhere, so you might have to pay a certain Ethereum fee first of all to enter the games or enter the platform, or is it going to be a sort of distributed Ethereum prize pool that's being where the money is basically, or the Ethereum price pool is basically coming from the pre-sale ICO, something like that. I don't know how it's going to work exactly, but I guess again, I don't expect the game or the developers to pay for the Ethereum you can get in this game, so it has to come from other players or even from yourself if you invest into this game or platform. So basically, as you can see on the screen, this is almost already what you can expect from the game so far, or the platform. You have the PvP option, you have the ability to play against other players, so player versus player PvP, play against other users. You can play and compete for the highest score, and also the top players win Ether prize. And as I said before, I guess that this prize pool will be distributed between the first three, I guess. So the top three, if you have like 10 people entering, the top three will receive distributed prize pool, and the prize money or the Ethereum basically comes from the other players. Now, you probably know these kind of platforms that provide a framework for these kind of mini games especially on mobile. And I think what's quite interesting, and that's what makes this game or platform unique, is that they try to focus on mobile. And I'm not too sure if they also try to implement integration of other games. So basically, if you have a chance to have basically an Ethereum game that doesn't really work that way, that you can win prizes in Ethereum, that you can basically integrate it with this platform MiniWager, and then you have the ability to win Ether prizes. I'm not too sure if it's going to work that way as well, or if it's just going to be Ether prize pools based on their own games that they develop, because as you can see on the screen, they are most likely going to be these kind of mini games. So you have this kind of shooting game, you know, these kind of games. I actually don't know how to call them and how they're generally called, because there are so many of these type of games. There's also billiard, obviously, these kind of, again, these small quick Ether winning games basically. The question to me is basically, what are they trying to achieve here? Are they trying to be a platform for these type of mini games you can play on your phone, and it's going to be a mobile app in the future? And there are obviously a lot of really big mobile apps right now that don't really integrate any kind of cryptocurrency, and you would have this additional layer of complexity and this additional layer of having a nice return on investment, so to speak, by winning Ethereum. But then again, it's probably just games based on luck most of all games of luck. Maybe there's some chance you can just win by skill, but I guess once again if you kind of have a percentage in range of, is it more likely gambling or is it more likely skill based, and you can actually kind of control the outcome in order to have a nice income in terms of Ether prices. I'm leaning more towards the gambling side of things, because obviously they have to equal out the outcomes of these games, otherwise the same person will always win again, especially if it comes down to having the same fee you have to invest. So if there are games, not necessarily this platform, but other Ethereum games I have done videos about, that have a different percentage of Ethereum you can invest. Obviously, the person who invested more gains more in case he's actually winning the pot or the prize pool. But in this case, I guess it's going to be equal among all the entrants. So I guess there's some kind of luck and some kind of randomness involved, and therefore I'm leaning more towards the gambling side of things. So yeah, anyway, getting to the point of this platform again, I think it has some uniqueness to it. I think it definitely can grow I'm not necessarily sure if it's going to grow into some kind of mass adoption potential, but I definitely think it has some potential, some unique idea. And once again, if there's a chance to integrate other blockchain games that don't really have this kind of price setup, I guess it would be nice to integrate these games in some kind of way and connect to them with MiniWager and just have an additional layer of making having a nice return on investment eventually. So yeah, check it out yourself. I'm going to post, as always, the link to miniwager.com in the video description. I'm also going to post a link to the Discord if I find any, or maybe Telegram or Slack or something like that, where you can talk to the developers and also to the community. Other than that, check it out yourself. It's a neat, quick little idea. I think if there's some sort of overall integration into other games, that would be absolutely fantastic. Otherwise, I guess it's just going to be about these mini games, and that will heavily depend on which kind of games they can come up with. Are they enjoyable to play? Are there some nice kind of mini games you can play on the road while being on your mobile phone? Then again, I guess there's a lot of major competition out there that already has these kind of these big communities around with tens of thousands of players, and you would only have to have a sort of blockchain integration in terms of payments and transaction of prize pools. And then again, I don't really see the mass appeal to this, because there's already this really big market where people pay with in-game currency. I guess there's more security and more transparency in terms of where your money is going. So there's not a centralized entity that basically takes some of the fee, but there's also going to be developer fees, obviously, for the smart contract integration. So I'm not too sure if there's going to be some major advantages of having these type of games or these type of platforms on a blockchain as opposed to just a normal server. But yeah, leave a comment and tell me what you think about this. Do you think it has some merit? Do you think it definitely has some advantages as opposed to the platforms I just talked about? I'm always interested in your opinion, and join the discussion. Other than that, hope you liked the video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.